And last but not least, I am X1. Welcome to the show, everybody. Let's jump right into it. We all know why we're here. It's the only reason we're here. Call of Duty. It is here. It is upon us. The new Call of Duty.
Modern
Much
Warfare.
anticipated Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Let's just jump right into it. I want to start with the man. We've all been waiting for his opinion. He was once addicted to this game.
Uh-huh. And I bought this game.
And he bought this game.
We were talking about
First Call of Duty. First Call of Duty back in a long time. Mr. McSpicy, give me your first impressions, your review, your experience with Call of Duty so far.
I like it. It's fun.
Yeah.
I got to get used to a little bit of the frustration that comes with a PvP highly twitchy game. I mean, you get that in other games too. There is frustration that comes along with that when you're trying to improve. But at this point in the game, I am still trying to learn maps, trying to learn guns. The last time I played a Call of Duty was Modern Warfare 3, so I've missed out on several renditions of the game. However, just like the beta, the guns feel very good. They're very different from each other, and so I'm trying to dial in the guns that I would use normally with my play style.
Yeah.
You have to unlock, just like any Call of Duty game in multiplayer, you have to unlock certain weapon types and certain loadouts that you would want. A lot of the loadout that I would play with normally is not unlocked till around like level 30. So I'm having to rely on, I guess, the preset loadouts and some other loadouts that I'm trying out with the weapons.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying learning it a lot. It's very fun. I'm dying a lot, which is unfortunate, but that's how you learn games. It was funny. I was having this conversation. I think it was with Jordan, but it was just, it's the problem. It might have been with Ronan. We played with Ronan this week too, and we were talking about how we kept dying. And Jordan was like, it's just because we just don't have map knowledge and everything. And I'm like, well, don't the other people lack that information too? Like, why am I doing that?
Not necessarily.
Yeah. I think a lot of the problem was, and originally we were playing with mouse and keyboard. You can actually enable crossplay.
Oh, okay.
And so we were playing some high input sensitivity players with their mouse, right?
Yeah.
Which we're at a limitation there, but I think I'm really enjoying it. You're hearing a player wanting to be better at the game, so he's talking about kind of the frustrations, but that's just with these games. When you want to improve, you'll reach that, and you don't want to blame the game or anything. It's just me trying to figure out how the game is and works and everything.
Yeah.
So, but I really do like this game a lot. I think it's one of the better Call of Duties I've played. Yeah, I'm excited to keep going and grind it out. I want to unlock a lot of the loadouts. That's what this game does, and this is why I call it like crack. It's my crack. Is you are trying to unlock all the bells and whistles on your weapons, all the perks that'll help you play to your play style. And in order to do that, you have to grind out to certain levels.
What are your thoughts in multiplayer with the new engine? Is it vastly improved? Is it what you expected? You did have a chance to play it in the beta, but now that you've got full access, is everything that you expected, has it improved, or is it just a minor step up? What do you think?
No, it's interesting. It's a different engine, obviously, when it comes to the mechanics of the weapons themselves. And it's hard to I remember trying to explain this when I played the beta, but the weapons feel vastly different. But you have very similarities, like the tick, when you got the tick and the tinks. The tick and the tinks.
Yeah.
But I feel like people aren't dying as fast in certain instances with a lot of the weapons. I think you have to... It's more bullet spongy in a certain way. And that gives you a chance to... It gives you a little bit more survivability to recognize that maybe you're out of position and maybe you can swing around and do a kind of a cat and mouse. It's not nearly like a Halo game where you can just retreat, or even a Fortnite game where you can just build up a tower. When you're caught out of position, you can still survive. But at the same time, it's there's
it's
a
more
little
forgiving than it's been.
There's more survivability, and at the same time, if you get headshots, it's still pretty dang quick.
Yeah.
Right. So I think there's a lot of chance for mechanical prowess in this game. At the same time, giving beginners a certain degree of assistance in surviving if they're caught out of position.
See, and that's super interesting because I have the same thing. Like you shoot a guy with half a clip, and you're like, well, wait a minute, he's supposed anyway. But what's interesting, because I feel that same way. But from what I understand, the time to kill is supposed to be quicker in this one, and that's what's interesting about it because it doesn't feel quite like it. You know what I mean?
It's quicker if you're nailing your shots.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
Like you can, if you're hitting the headshots, which there's a multiplier. If you hit headshots, I think it's like a 2x multiplier of damage. Yeah. So you're obviously going to drop them twice as fast, right? So, anyways, I'm really enjoying this game. I think it's fantastic. I think there's a lot of good things about it. The launch was a little rough the first hour.
Overall, for how big the game is, how popular it is on launch, I feel like they've
only
done,
being an hour. Usually
they've done
like
pretty. They've done pretty decent. There was a small glitch with a small number of people, quote unquote, with Xbox One X consoles experienced it shutting down their boxes, and Spicy was
today.
one of them.
Happens to me all the time.
It happened to me once today,
and it doesn't just crash. It crashes your.
They
box.
said they're fixing it. I think there might have been an update already on it later this afternoon.
A lot of people in chat are saying the time to kill is super quick. That's probably. I feel like maybe my aim might be off because I feel like I'm unloading a lot, but
I correct me if I'm wrong on the numbers, but from what I heard. But I feel the same way, and maybe my aim's just off. Maybe we're just not good at shooting.
Maybe
people.
we just suck, right?
Because Black Ops 4 was like 150 health, and they dropped it down to 100 in this game, right? So theoretically, the time to kill should be quicker. But I have the same issues that you do. Like it doesn't.
And
feel
maybe it's just the beginner weapons we're using because when I say beginner, it's the loadouts that you have access to initially. Right, like we're watching some gameplay right now, and they're just popping people in the head and they're dropping. Right, so the good old pop and drop,
lock and pop and drop. Jordan, I want to get your thoughts, impressions. What do you think?
I think it's fantastic. I haven't played a Call of Duty in forever. Mm-hmm. I did play last year, but all we played was I played the multiplayer like 2 rounds. Yeah. I think Mark played with me and got mad, and then we just stopped playing.
That sounds like me.
Yeah. So, but last year we just played Blackout for a little while, and then we mostly played zombies, to be honest with you. So, I mean, we didn't really play the multiplayer side of it.
Yeah.
But I love this game. It's super fun. It's nice to be the last. I mean, I guess you can say Apex, right? But the last like twitchy shooter was Titanfall 2 that I was really into. You know what I mean? So it's nice to be back into like a fast-paced twitchy shooter. I love the setting. I'm glad we're back. I mean, World War II and 1 and future, all that stuff was fine, but I'm glad we're
modern
back
day,
in modern
now.
Right. Now.
It does feel good.
My favorite part, honestly, was today I got to play Ground War, which is their big team. I think that's my favorite mode so far.
Why?
Because it's just it's like Battlefield, right? I think they're trying to get that Battlefield crowd.
That wasn't released yesterday, right?
It came out this afternoon for everybody. Yeah, it's super fun. I like it. They force you to crossplay in it.
Well, that's probably to keep the numbers high.
I think that is to keep the numbers high. I don't know if once more people get into it after the weekend or something, they'll let you go back down. But I really didn't have a problem with it. I played a few rounds. I think it's fantastic. The vehicles are super fun, and you wreck house with vehicles. I got an APC, and I just destroyed people. And check this out, and Mark will understand this. So, because we were talking about this last night. So we play objective-based game modes because Team Deathmatch makes me really angry in this game. So we have to play just because I'm not good yet, right? When I get good, I'm sure, you know. Yeah. Anyway, so we play objective-based game modes like Domination, Headquarters, Search and Destroy, all that stuff, right? Now, in those games, we were asking the question, when you hit your back button or the square button to show your stats, it only shows kills and deaths. Like, it doesn't show captures.
Yeah, that's an interesting...
Which is really weird because...
On objectives.
It's an objective-based game mode. Now, what's funny is in Big Team, it shows only your kills, not your deaths, and then your points and your captures because it's basically big domination. It's Conquest, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're...
Maybe it's just a mess up.
I don't know. I don't think it's... I think it was designed that way,
I do have issue with that. When you're playing...
An objective-based
Domination, for example, and you have to capture points.
Yeah, the people who should be rewarded are people who are capturing the points.
The ones who are playing the objective.
Now,
and on the score screen, you don't see any caps. It's just kills and deaths.
At the very end, it'll show your captures, but like in the heat of the moment, you get a lot of people to look. Oh, my kills and death! I
Yeah, well, I'm not going to go capture. Why capture?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to go kill
right?
people.
You know,
right?
so
That's an interesting, and
I bet you that's a patch or it's a mistake on their end. You know what I
I
mean?
don't know.
You don't
With
think
Call
so?
of Duty, they do a lot of things that are odd.
you just kind of think about. You're like, huh?
Then they've done that a lot.
Like
I think-
their mature filter. It's awful.
I've been dealing with. I started talking about this year one of this podcast. That's back when I was playing Call of Duty. I cannot join any guild, clan, or anything because Mr. McSpicy apparently has a racial slur.
You've been tagged.
Well, check this out.
And I can't do anything because that's my gamer tag. It won't even let me do like the letter A or B or anything.
Well, check this out. Before I tell you my final thoughts on the big team stuff, you know how you can create your own class? So I created a class called Assault because it was kind of my assault class, right?
Yeah.
It wouldn't let me name it the assault class because the first 3 letters were a bad word.
Ass.
Now, what's really funny about that is in the game itself, one of the default classes is called Assault.
And he
Yeah.
can't name
and
his
I
own
can't
loadout.
name my own loadout.
Assault.
That's hilarious.
He wants an assault class.
Yeah, and that
It
makes
might
sense.
custom loadout. So I had to name it Attack.
So they need to just improve their filters.
They won't though. I've been trying.
But,
I actually, at a point in my life, I was sending them messages like once a week because I wanted to do clans and stuff.
One thing I think. So, like I said, my favorite game mode for multiplayer right now is the ground war. I think it's super fun. It's basically Conquest if you ever played Battlefield, right? It's big team domination, stuff like that. It's super fun. Vehicles are cool. Sniping is fun because they're all bullets now. They're all projectiles, not hit scan. Like it's really, really cool. It's massive vehicles, right? I give it like an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Comparing it, the one thing, because I think they're trying to take the Battlefield crowd.
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
You know, yeah. The one thing Battlefield has light years over Call of Duty is atmosphere.
They do.
And it's
They really do.
It's because of the environment.
And their sound is so good.
It's because the atmosphere, because they're like in Battlefield, like things are blowing up. It feels like a real Battlefield. Whereas in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, buildings are static. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's so the atmosphere is not quite as good as Battlefield, but all in all, I mean, this could be my new Battlefield for the year.
No, really,
you know,
with those vehicles?
like it's still super fun.
So you highly recommend it, Jordan?
Oh, yeah, I really like it.
McSpicy highly recommends it.
I think it's good.
And that's just
remember,
multiplayer.
it's not for people that aren't twitchy PvP shooter people.
Yeah. Then this is primarily the PvP section. I myself have yet to jump into PvP because it wasn't up when I was playing last night. I have played campaign, and I did not expect to even want to play campaign of this. I thought, oh, let's just play this. It'll be a good multiplayer. It looks really good. Let's jump in, do the Call of Duty multiplayer thing. The campaign has blown my mind. The last Modern Warfare, Spice told me it was 2 that I played, was the one with the airport scene.
No
At the
Russian.
beginning, yeah.
Yeah, where your jaw drops. This does that to me times 1,000, right? Like the campaign, the second level
In London.
It's in London, and it is insane. Like you're just even just the way the game starts. It starts and some stuff happens, and they go to this cutscene, and then it goes 24 hours before it. But that cutscene is like, whoa, like.
Yeah.
The writing, the campaign, it's serious, it's mature, it's well thought out and methodical, and it is a blast to play. I really, really like the campaign.
when you
Wait.
get introduced to Captain Price,
Oh,
isn't
he's
he
no nonsense.
He is a bad
He is no
mofo.
nonsense.
Wait
has a
till you
Banff
get,
belt.
Yeah, wait till you get to the 13 hours level.
Okay.
Like if you've ever seen, they literally Fortnited the movie 13 hours.
Yeah,
it
the
was so cool.
The campaign, even if you're not, in fact, I went to the barber, I got a haircut. That's why I'm looking so spiffy right now, guys.
Well done.
And he's not a PvP campaign shooter. He's like, oh, Call of Duty. That's not me. And I was like, listen to me.
He's like the one person that I would say not to get this game.
Yeah,
No.
that's
No,
actually what,
I told him. And the 2 other guys were in the shop as well who were playing the campaign last night too. Agreed with me. I
the
said,
campaign is fantastic.
go play the campaign. You will love it. It's insanely good.
It's really good.
So even if you're not into the PvP side, I would buy this game just for the campaign. The campaign is that good. Like also can I say the graphics when you're going through the way they move, like
Oh, yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
we've all said this before. Call of Duty has needed an upgrade in their engine for a long time. Well, they did it, and they did it correctly because you're just going through, and the way people move and the way you're like turning corners, you're putting your gun around the corner, it feels and looks so good.
They had real ex-military help them out. With all the animations, yeah.
it's really cool.
Not the fake ex-military.
No, the real
the real
ones.
ones.
Can I tell you one thing about the campaign that just blows my mind?
Okay.
And I think it's all because of this new engine.
Okay.
I've nicknamed this game Modern Mustache because the mustaches in that game.
They're on point, dude.
It is the best mustache.
Is it Alex's mustache?
Yeah. Well, because I thought Captain Price.
His mustache is cool.
I thought Captain Price had the best mutton chops I've ever seen.
No,
but
Alex,
then Alex, you're
he's
like,
got like a
holy
5
crap.
o'clock shadow going
With like this
sweet,
fancy
sweet
stash.
mustache up top. Like, I'm digging it.
Hey, why did you shave your mustache?
I was forced to. Family pictures.
Oh, that's funny.
I even fought it. I was even like, but it's gonna be on our wall, like above our fireplace for forever. This will be awesome. No,
They force you.
I was actually given an ultimatum.
You could have had an
Are
Alex.
you serious?
That's why I had to shave it.
You could have had an Alex mustache.
Yeah. So, but after the pictures are taken, this
Ooh,
weekend.
I don't like ultimatums. Oh man.
This was a good one.
I mean, I guess most people don't like ultimatums because if they ever are presented with an ultimatum, then that's a
Show her a picture of Alex.
Yeah, I think I will.
From Modern
I'm like,
Warfare.
this is my goal right here.
Yeah.
She'll be like, oh.
Who has the best mustache in history?
In history, I don't know in history, but in modern day times, it's got to be Magnum PI.
Magnum PI.
Tom
That's
Selleck?
Ron
Tom
Selleck.
Ron Swanson.
Ron Swanson has a good one.
Better than Tom Selleck, though.
But Tom,
I like how this is all like fictional.
Tom Selleck's is like
That's true.
a man's stash.
These are all fictional characters, but that's cool. You know what?
But
Yes.
Tom Selleck is
Like
is
his
a real
is-
man. That's his
Yeah,
mustache.
like
And
his-
the shorts he would wear while having that mustache.
I have
And he
a
was
picture
still a man.
That
of
was
him.
back in the days when like you.
Oh, I have a picture of him.
It was at the crotch level.
I have
is
a
where
GIF
the shorts ended.
that I have shared in our Discord. If you guys haven't been to Discord, this is why you
Hulk
should
Hogan.
join.
Yes, that's a fantastic one.
No, I have a Discord GIF that I have
we
shared
go.
of him in Speedos and a mustache. And let me tell you, it is amazing.
Okay, you're gonna show. I've
Call
seen
of Duty,
this
we all-
video.
we
Oh
all
yeah, we were
recommend.
talking about Call of Duty and mustache,
Fantastic game.
and we got distracted with.
I'll
bullets
recommend.
and mustaches.
I would like to go through now. Where does it lie so far for you in the Call of Duty franchise? Is
See,
this,
that's really hard. I need to play it more. I've only had a day,
yeah.
and all the other games I've played hours and
But
hours.
so
and
far,
hours.
initial impressions. Do you think it's on the road to be number one for you? Number two? Where does it fall in line? Not even close to the top. McSpicy for. Well, Jordan, you look like you have an answer.
My favorite Call of Duties have been Modern Warfare 1 and 2.
and that's
And this is
Yeah.
with them.
this is with them. You're saying it's at their level.
Well, I mean, I don't know yet. It's grouped up with them right now. I don't know who's in first. Although the best cutscene ever, I think, was the first Black Ops when it was JFK and Fidel Castro when they introduced zombies. Remember that?
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah,
that was
yeah.
the best cutscene I've ever seen
yeah.
because it was inspirational. But
But so this is up there for you.
it's in the Modern Warfare.
It could be the best ever for you. Undecided yet though. It's
Yeah.
on that path.
Yeah, we'll have to wait till because I liked the first. So I didn't like the campaign of 3 very much. I liked the campaign of 1, and I really liked the campaign of 2.
Okay.
So I think the campaign is what's gonna.
Put you over the
The
top.
campaign in one was really awesome. There were a lot of moments where you like. There's very it's rare for me in games to be like get chills and
Yeah.
stuff. But there's a part when you're doing it's a sniper level and
Oh,
you're
yeah,
crawling,
level 1.
and then he just says stop. Your partner says stop, and then tanks come and guys start walking, and then he says go again, and you can keep crawling again.
Hey.
Like that part. Do you know what part?
Oh, I
I'm
know what
talking
part you're
about?
talking about, and I just have you just keep playing the new one, man.
Oh, really?
Here's the thing though. Hasn't so far what happened
Okay,
there's
in
a
the
lot
first
of-
one? Because the second level in this Call of Duty to me is one of the best designed first person shooter
Call-
levels ever.
See, the thing about Call of Duty campaigns is they're generally pretty good.
They're Michael
Yeah.
Bay.
They're all Michael Bay stuff, right? And that London level, that's crazy shiz, man.
It's chaotic. But yet it's
you
just,
watch that subway because there's going to be some people running out of that subway.
I feel like that's brilliant level design. Like it's just so good and it's so engrossing. At no point was I ever like, did I not feel like I was immersed. Like at no point did I not think, oh, I'm playing a game. It was just like, boom, I'm here. Here's what I got to do. Oh my goodness, look what's happening, right?
I killed so many civilians on accident in that level.
I was on the headset with him, and it was like, I killed another civilian. I can't tell.
I can't tell the difference between terrorists and civilians. Everyone looks the same to me.
Dude, that level, though, I feel like that... You could have a whole class on how to design levels in games, and that would be at the top.
I feel like in the campaign, because I feel like I'm probably about halfway through it. I played a lot this morning, but I feel like there's a lot of level and level design that throws back to the original. That's why that sniper level with the tanks, it's not exactly the same, but you'll know when it's happening. You're
okay.
Like, whoa,
yeah,
cool.
see, I felt like because I'm a ginger, it does. He says, I felt immersed from the time my boots hit the ground in the first level. It just sucks you in. It's crazy. That's exactly what it did for me. Immediately, especially in first-person shooters, sometimes it's like, okay, now I got to go kill this. And this was like very... story-driven, immersive right away.
In the first 5 minutes of the game, and you breach that door, and one of your guys goes down, and you're like, damn,
right in front of you, and you feel it, right?
Yeah, you're like, damn it.
You don't even know who this person
it
is.
just got real.
And then they pull them out, and you're like, no.
You don't, or even at the end of that level when some stuff happens, like you feel it, and you don't even know. You've been in the game 5 minutes, and you're feeling like emotional.
Yeah.
Like, it's very good.
Fun little detail. Did you guys notice how they go in and out of first person in the cutscenes? I think it's really cool.
Yeah, I think it's good.
How they kind of like bring the camera to the guy's head and then bring it out.
It's
really cool.
even on the spawns of the PvP multiplayer stuff. It
brings
goes
you down,
into where you're looking.
Your
right?
eyeball sockets.
And even when you start the match, you guys are all like in a van.
Yeah.
Or in a...
There's this one guy that doesn't wear a seatbelt, man.
Yeah, he's the non-seatbelt wearer guy.
That guy's he's a click it or ticket, man. That guy's gonna...
Click it or ticket.
Yeah, that guy.
He's the guy that doesn't wear the armor plates in Black Hawk Down or whatever.
Yeah.
He's
he takes
that
him
guy.
out. He's lives life by the edge.
Click it or ticket, baby. So for Jordan, so far... Granted, this is just our first impression.
Is it worth the $60?
No, wait.
I think
so far, it's up there with one or two. So far for you, you're gonna have to. You're wait and see before your final decision. So far, it's top tier.
I am enjoying this game right now. I can't tell you until I play it more.
Okay.
If I put it at the tiers of those other Call of Duties that I am engrossed with. I love those games.
Yeah. Anyways, highly recommend. Go pick it up. Check it out. Something else dropped this week.
Oh.